All right.
All right, now we're live. Now you understand why we changed it to walking down the aisle.
Okay,
that way we don't have to think of anything but just walk.
We like to change things up.
We
so,
do.
yes.
And welcome, welcome everyone. If you do not know who this lovely lady is, it is Reverend Dr. Rita Andriello-Feren. Say that 3 times fast. Someone said, and I'm Reverend Dr. Patrick Feren, and someone said, I was saying, oh, I'm going to add, I'm just thinking of another thing to add to it. Monsieur Dr. Feren, it confuses people so. So welcome, welcome. We want to welcome everyone that is online, that tunes in, and those people that have tuned in for the first time. So we are here. So let's just take a moment. Doesn't that feel good? Just let's do it again because I like the sound. Now you should do that maybe several times a day, just to let go of anything that happened right before here or anything that you're planning. Your lunch menu isn't that important right now. What's important is that we just settle into this place, this safe space that we call the CSL Kaua'i, the Institute of Magnificence. This is our safe place to come. This is our place that we can remember whatever is going on in the collective consciousness, the conditions of our world, that there is always a place right here and right now that you are safe and you are loved and you are honored and you are respected. And with that, I am so grateful for each and every one of us who have come here today on purpose to remember who and what we are in every moment. The freedom, the incredible freedom to say who and what we are with absolute love backing us in every moment. Yes. And with that, I just say thank you. And let's carry on to the next moment, to the next moment, to the next moment, and celebrate who and what we are in every moment. And that is good, that is God, that is Source. Doesn't need you to call it any name because it is all names. It is everything seen and unseen. And so it is.
So it is.
And today we have a special thing. We have our Namaste Singers here with us the whole service.
Accompanied right now by Sue Buckley on the guitar and Luis on the drums.
Woohoo, give it up.
Homegrown Namaste Singers. And you should have words in the program. You can join in and sing with them. I start my day.
There we go.
Start my day
we are so
grateful.
proud of each and every one of you. You sounded marvelous. Marvelous.
Yeah, and in case you didn't know, Joni Vesalus and Melissa Mojo took over the choir direction and the Namaste Singers.
Yeah.
And they are doing a fabulous, amazing job. So,
and thank you for taking them up to that point, Reverend Rita.
I know.
Don't say, you say thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So, does anybody know what today is? Day of Peace, International Peace Day. Yeah, so we're here to celebrate that, right? So I want to read you something from 2025 Global Peace Day theme, Act Now for a Peaceful World.
Yes.
In a time of turbulence, tumult, and uncertainty, it is critical for everyone to take courage, take concrete action to mobilize for peace. From peacekeepers on the front lines of conflict to community members to students in classrooms around the world, everyone has a role to play. We must speak up against violence, hate, discrimination, and inequality, practice respect, and embrace the diversity of our world. There are many ways to act right now. Spark conversations about the urgent need for understanding, nonviolence, and disarmament. Volunteer in your community. Listen to voices different from your own. Challenge discriminatory language in your workplace. Report bullying, both online and offline, and take the time to verify facts before you post them on social media. You can also speak up with your choices, opting to purchase items from socially conscious brands or donating to organizations that promote sustainability and human rights. The United Nations also works in each of these areas, leading global efforts to advance human rights, fight climate change, and prevent and respond to conflict. So get involved.
Yeah.
The subject of this Peace Day is Act Now. What could be more perfect, right? Act now, because we could stay in our dream world saying all there is peace, but if we don't do anything, it's not going to happen. All right, so with that being said, we have a vision statement here, which really is a way to bring peace into the world if we live it. Awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. Yeah, unity consciousness would solve all the problems, wouldn't it? Because we look at each other and we go, oh, that's me. What can I do right now as I'm looking into this mirror? Okay.
So this month we have a theme, and it's so funny because we were checking other centers out across the country and everything, and a lot of them have this new beginnings or begin, and ours is begin. And if you're here for the first time, we like to take a theme and work it and then take it in with us to the next one and the next one. And then by the time we're done, we are all themed up. I'm going to tell you, we are all themed up. So this month, we're all about let's begin. And so we have a mantra or affirmation, call it what you will. I'll say it first. We can say it together 3 times. I decide, and backed by spirit, I begin now. I decide, and backed by spirit, I begin now. One more time. I decide, and backed by spirit, I begin now.
Okay, so this is where I talk about the science of mind, but before I do that, I wanted to just acknowledge that I'm wearing red today and acknowledge those that have joined me. Thank you. And I wrote a book called Where's My Red Dress? And at the end of the book, I tell about what my red dress actually is. And I just want to read you this little excerpt. And it's, while writing this book, I have made a discovery. It's not something I had previously planned to write, nor did I think of it in this way before. However, it makes total sense given the fact that my entire life has been about revealing the real me, the sensual me and the sexual me, all wrapped up in the spiritual me. This might seem surprising, but I first began writing, I still hadn't found my red dress, nor did I know what it was. During this process, by revealing the self to the self, As Ernest Holmes would put it, I made a great discovery. We might say that we seek to have abundance or good, health, or love in our life, but truly, what I believe we seek is wholeness. My red dress is that. The Holy Grail, I call it. That place where we meet God, that place that is our wholeness. The Grail as the holy object is a perfect metaphor for those of us who seek to find what makes us feel whole. So I just wanted to say that, and thank you. And as far as the science of mind is concerned, that's kind of science of mind, that we're seeking our wholeness. That's really what we're seeking. We say, oh, we want more money, or we want, to have a better relationship, or we want, more of this or more of that. But those are just things, right? But what we're really seeking in all that, if we really look behind it, is our wholeness. And so I'm just knowing for all of us that we'll find that wholeness. Whatever it is, it's different to each of us because we're unique. But I believe it's the thing that truly brings us joy when we can feel that wholeness within ourselves, that forgiveness of our past, that moving into our present, and really just embodying the power and the presence of the divine as ourselves. So thank you for joining today in this quest for our wholeness. It's right here where we are.
And before we go any further, people always ask me this question on the third Sunday: why are you not in red? And I also have had many say, I will buy you a red shirt. I've had people give me a red shirt, and I still have not worn it. And I'm going to reveal right now the reason why. I do not like to wear red, because I have a kind of reddish complexion, and that's enough red for all of you to have on this Sunday. I really have no, but you know what? You have to think about life. You have to get out of the old paradigm, because I don't really know if I look bad in red. I just remember it from like college and high school, not liking it. So maybe I should try on a red shirt and see what happens.
I think so. All right.
Costume designer? Come, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we have some people here that I know are new. And that's because you don't know this about me, but I am clairvoyant, and I am psychic, and I can tell when somebody new or hasn't been here in a while. I know it, and I know it all because of why? Chalet. So I know that you're new. I know there's somebody, wait. Why am I seeing Tahoe, Lake? Are you from Lake Tahoe? Oh my, woo. I'm getting much better than I thought. Well, there they are right here. And the good news is there's nothing you have to do, but there is a dance number that we'll be doing at the end, and you're going to be choreographed, and it is going to be wonderful. You're going to whomp down here. You look so excited about this. I'm going to tell you. Okay, so let's tell the truth about this. Let's tell them who they are, what we have found out about not only the one in Lake Tahoe, but we also, the other things about it. Ready? Okay, ready? You are magnificent. Yes. I bet you wonder, besides my psychic ability, how we knew that. Well, we knew that because we went to the mirror and we looked in it and we saw that we were magnificent. So then when we saw all of you, we knew who you were immediately, that you were magnificent. And now, this is our favorite part. This is when They're magnificent. They're magnificent. No, they are. Yes, indeed. And so, moving right along. So, shall we say it together? I am magnificent. Now, we are not separate. We are always entangled. We are always connected. There's no doubt about it. It will never be anything different. So, let's talk about we, shall we? We are magnificent. Oh, I know. The camera's yelling at me. We see all of you wonderful people that are live streaming in. I see my friend Sherry. Romper, romper, romper do. So, so there's some people up in the camera right now, and they said, well, what about me? I'm here too, comfortable drinking coffee on my couch and really enjoying it. Can you say something to us? Ready? You are magnificent. And before we turn it over to you guys saying you're magnificent, we have an introduction to make. Who just popped in today? Our beautiful practitioner.
Oh, our beautiful practitioner. I'm like, what's she talking about? Reverend
Who?
Dr. Sharon Guthrie and her partner, beautiful
Vera. Up, Vera. She's been here before.
There are peeps from California.
And just so you'll know that when you ask us to put us in ministry of prayer or treatment, they are the ones too that are involved with it on the mainland in Los Angeles. Yeah. Okay, so give it up for them. Now, Candy, what can they do? They can what? Say, you. To each other. Candy, I gave you a line, and that's all. Okay, go ahead. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You, Marion. I'm tired of it. There we go. Oh my. Oh, I forgot. You're magnificent. What did you do wrong that you got put in? Well, yeah. All right. Okay, so
all right. I am going to now invite up Melissa Mojo and Walt Weiss, Dr. Walt Weiss.
Reverend Dr. Walt Weiss. We have so
Dr.
many
Walt
names.
Weiss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, give it up again.
I'll let you guys follow. And treatment.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
On this International Day of Peace, we are so grateful to be a part of this service today. You know, the Buddha said peace comes from within, so I'm going to ask you all just to take a moment to settle yourselves. Calm your hearts and your minds. Let them be at peace during this time.
Within the stillness of the mountain valley, within the silence of the desert night, within the forests and their secret places, I make my home and burn with quiet light. Within your soul, I move and make my dwelling. My name is peace, my task to set things right.
There is only one life, one power, one infinite presence, and that presence is peace. It is the calm that is at the center of all things, the harmony that holds the universe together, the divine order that sustains creation. This peace is not distant, nor is it withheld. It is here, now, everywhere, and always. I know that this one life is my life now. The peace of God flows through me, fills me, surrounds me, and expresses as me. I am one with this divine stillness, one with infinite harmony, one with the everlasting assurance that all is well. And what I know for myself, I know for each person gathered here today and with us online. And so in this awareness, I release all fear, anxiety, or unrest. They have no power over me, for the spirit of peace is greater than any appearance. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is at ease. I rest in the assurance that perfect peace is the truth of my being. I affirm that this peace radiates outward from me into every relationship, every circumstance, every place I go. It touches my family, my community, my world, my finances, my body, and my mind. Wherever there is seeming conflict, the divine harmony asserts itself now. Wherever there is unrest, the infinite calm makes itself known. Peace is established here and now. I give thanks for this truth, for the assurance that peace is real, present, and active in my life and in the world. With gratitude and faith, I release my word as law, knowing it is already accomplished.
When you were young, I lived as your companion. When you did play, I stayed all day with you. When in the end you laid yourself to slumber, I dwelt beside you and your soul renewed. And now at last, if you will turn to meet me, I'll come again. My peace will dwell with you. My peace will dwell with you.
And so it is. I invite you now to continue in that peace throughout the rest of the service and the rest of this day. Mahalo.
Stay up here. I'm going to ask Melissa to stay up here because our theme today is Something is Stirring, and we have this perfect song for, well, at least for what I want to relay today in my talk, in my message. And I've asked Melissa to sing this song with me. It's from Merrily We Roll Along. It's a portion of the song called Our Time. So enjoy, and I'll be using this mic, Jonathan. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Something is stirring, shifting ground, it's just begun. Edges are blurring all around, and yesterday is done. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Don't you know, we're the movers and we're the shapers. We're the names in tomorrow's papers. Up to us now to show 'em. It's our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn coming through. Me and you, now me and you.
Feel how it quivers on the brink.
What?
Everything gives you the shivers, makes you think there's so much stuff to sing. And you and me will be singing it like the birds. You with music and you the words. Tell them things they don't know. Up to us now to show 'em. Our time, breathe it in. Worlds to change and worlds to win. Our turn, we're what's new. me and you, now me and you. Feel the flow, hear what's happening, we're what's happening. Long ago, all we had was that funny feeling, saying someday we'd send them reeling. Now it looks like we can.
Someday just began.
It's our heads on the block. Give us room and start the clock. Our dreams coming true. Me and you, now me and you. Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
The accompaniment was by Hank Curtis, our invisible accompanist who makes our tracks for us. And my mic is on, I think, yeah. Who makes our tracks for us. And even Joni and Melissa were there last week doing the tracks for what they're going to sing after this. So we're very grateful for that. Thank you, Hank. I know you're not watching because you're over at the Episcopal Church, but that's okay. All right. So, something is stirring, shifting ground. Do you feel it? Doesn't feel really good some of the time, right? Feels pretty damn awful some of the time. But what I know is what we believe in the science of mind and what I know to be true is that even when things look the worst, there is something else happening, something bigger, something just waiting to be birthed that we can't have if we keep holding on to the new old ways of doing things. So I'm of the belief that this is the time. I've said it in talks before. This is the time for us to step up. We said it in the peace announcement that we made from the United Nations. This is the time to step up. This is the time to claim who we are and to be those beacons of light in the world. I know that's the truth, and I know we're not going to get it by scrolling down the news stream and scaring ourselves and all of that stuff. Not that we shouldn't be aware of what's going on. We should be aware, because how are we going to be peacemakers? How are we going to be the movers and shapers that they talk about in the song, if we don't know what's going on? But we have to take the higher road. And for me, the only way to take that higher road is to know who I am, first of all, foremost. And I have dug very deeply into that for the past, probably since 1998, and it was a long road to remember who I am. And I went through many teachers, and I went through lots of reading and studying, becoming a practitioner, becoming a minister, becoming a doctor, eventually, of consciousness studies. So I've been on this trek for a long time, but I don't think, and my thing is to help others to remember who they are. That's why we say, I am magnificent every Sunday. And we don't get tired of saying it, because a lot of people don't feel very magnificent. They don't feel magnificent when their bankroll is down to zero, or when they're suffering from, some kind of illness, or they're near death, or whatever. They don't feel it necessarily. And I feel that I have chosen that mission, to be here, to be that person, and to hold that vision, and to hold that vision in the center. That's why I feel that it's so important when we meet, because we come together to remember that. And sometimes we just, like I said, we can't remember it on our own. So I guess my question to you would be, do you know who you are? And do you remember that? And can you, maybe I invite you to accept that maybe that's the foundation to carry us through this time into our new world, which I believe we're building. So there's a statement in the Bible, and I'm going to read it, because I think it says it in Matthew, and I don't usually read from the Bible, but here we go. Everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall because it was founded on a rock. So what rock is he talking about? The only rock I believe he's talking about, and if you really look at it, because we really, when we do read from the Bible and the science of mind, we read from it from a metaphorical standpoint, mystical metaphorical standpoint. And the rock, like he said, his words was that God is within us. His words were love your brother. His words were love God like you love your brother like you love yourself. Those were his words. And that's the rock. Remember who you are and love and have compassion and stand firm in that and don't let anything sway you from it. Because if you stay steady if you're on the shifting sand, you're just going to go falling into whatever is happening and whatever somebody's saying. Like they said in the peace announcement I made, check your facts before you put them on your social media if you use social media. Don't just assume because you read something that that's the truth, So, yeah, so what's your rock? Do you have that rock? And I also, like I said before, I believe I'm here for that reason to steady myself, and my mission here is to help others to steady themselves. I was listening to, I've been listening a lot to Dolores Cannon. I think that's her last name. She was a prophetess and mystical, psychic reader. Lots of people respect her. Does anybody know who she is, Dolores Cannon? Yeah, she's really special. And one of the things she said, and I really took it to heart, because she said, the world, she was doing predictions for 2025 and 2026, and she was saying that a new world is being born, that there would be a lot of, tumultuous, whatever the word is, and crazy times, and she didn't use those words, and desperate times, and stressful times, and anger and violence, and all these things. And I think it's accentuated too because we have media now. I don't think it's changed that much, really. I think it's accelerated so much because the media is feeding into it, and therefore, it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, even bigger maybe than it is. But something's happening. Something is shifting ground, like the song said. Something is stirring. So Dolores said that this new earth is really actually being born. We might not recognize it at first, but there's three things and three choices we have to make. And she called them rooms that we could reside in. And they're rooms of consciousness. Jesus spoke of consciousness, right? They're rooms of consciousness. And the first one is the first room, and none of it's bad or good. It's just is. It's not like, oh, I'm better than you, and you're in this room, and I'm in this, and you're in heaven, and I'm not. It's not about that. It's about what we choose to embrace in consciousness. And the first room she talked about was the room of fear, the room of stress, the room of buying into, what's happening in the conditional world, the disease, the war, the famine, the whatever, buying into that as really creating fear and stress in your life. And some people choose to live there. They choose to live in that realm of consciousness where they're afraid all the time and they're stressed. I've met plenty of them myself where they just can't understand what's going on, and you're freaking out and you're trying to help them, but they just are choosing that. If you understood it was a choice and it's not bad or good, it's just a choice of how they want to continue. And it's also not a trap because they don't have to stay there. They can change in any second. They can change in any moment that they decide to do so. So that was the one room. The second room was an interesting room. It was the paradistical room, the room of everything is just so wonderful. And I'm living in that room. I don't have to fight anymore to have my dreams come true. They just easily unfold because I don't know if you've noticed it, but right now when you think something, it pretty much materializes pretty quickly. And it's that kind of place where, you don't have to fight so hard and struggle anymore because the energies are so are so like vibrant right now and so in tune, and we're so in tune, these people that are in this room are so in tuned with it, and they've worked out their problems, they've worked out their stuff, they've gone through it, they've examined their lives, they've let go of stuff, they've called in forgiveness, they've done all of that work, and so they've chosen this paradisical living of being in this room, and I think that's beautiful, and that's wonderful, and that's another choice. The third choice was the one that interested me very much. It was those of us who have done the work, could be in the paradisical room and stay there and enjoy our lives to the fullest and all of that. But for whatever reason, we've chose to be the birthers of the new earth. We've chose to be those who get in the trenches and are really there to help people. And I know there's a lot of people in this congregation that are those people. The ones that just are like, that's their passion, that's what they want to do, and they're here. They could go over here and just rest a bit, and maybe they do, but for the most part, their consciousness is in this other place. So I think that's good, but the thing to know is that, and in our teaching, we teach this, that it's all a choice. It's all rooms of consciousness. It's not a place. We're not going to go up and sit on a cloud. I mean, we might. I don't know that much about that part of it, but maybe we will sit on a cloud. I don't know. But what I'm saying, it's, I don't know if I could sit on a cloud for very long. Anyway, but they're all rooms of consciousness. And we all have the choice of which room we want to live in. Even if we're suffering, and even if we're having issues of some sort, or disease, or financial disaster, or whatever it is, or we could still choose one of these rooms to be in. And maybe we move from room to room. I don't know, we could. I've dipped into the first room of fear plenty of times, but I don't like to stay there. So I move myself out of it because I know it's not serving me. So, yeah. So I just know that it is a choice. And in quantum science, we have something called superposition. It means that everything is happening at once. Everything, particles, waves, choices, they're all there for us. It's all happening at once. But nothing grounds for us or concretizes until we catch it and decide that that's the way we want to live our life. So it's not about what's happening. It's about how do we choose to be in the world, and what do we want to concretize for our lives, because it's all available. And that's really powerful. That's one of the most powerful things for me about quantum science, is that superposition idea, that everything is happening at once, and we get it's the thing, I think I said it last week, you throw the coin up in the air, and it's both heads and tails at the same time until you catch it, and then it's heads or tails. So, right? Whatever you catch. So I'm going to close with this quote, if I can find it. Hopefully I have it. Oh, you got to be kidding. It wasn't meant to be read. Oh, here it is. Because it's an important person. How come it's not in my notes? I don't care. I might have to paraphrase it, and I will paraphrase it. Oh, here it is. It was highlighted in yellow, and I didn't even see it. Okay. So it's by a very amazing person who lived through probably one of the most horrible times in history. And I know you know who I'm talking about. Viktor Frankl, who wrote, Search for Meaning and many other things, and survived the Holocaust. And he said, and I mean everything was taken from him, everything. He said, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. So I think that just says it perfect, and we are the movers, we are the shapers, and we get to choose what kind of movers and what kind of shapers we want to be. So thank you. I bless. And now I invite back up the Namaste Singers with soloist Joni to bring us our next song. So take a breath while they take their places. I told him I was going to ask him to come up. Why is she standing back there?
I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Once again, Namaste Singers. Well, what you doing? Oh, we have Quanta out here. In case you're new, we have a center cat called Quanta from the quantum field. There was a lot for me to unpack, thinking of this idea that we're stirring things up. because a lot of things have been stirring up, both good, both passionate. I'm feeling really good about some things, and then other things I don't know, not feeling so good about them. Just to be right out on the deck here. And you know that feeling, well, I remember when I was younger that I used to hear, I remember my mom or dad or one of them would say, something is brewing. Something's brewing. Have you ever felt that? You can't put your finger on it, but something's happening. You walk into a room, you're going, so how's everybody doing? What's happening in this room? Have you ever felt that? But you can't see it, can you? It's a what? It's a feeling, a vibration, a frequency. Remember the old one, the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife? Thank goodness nobody tried that. I'm just thinking to myself, that is exactly the greatest metaphor for what people call God or they call spirit. They say we can't see it, can we? We can't see spirit, but we know what? But we can feel it. Something is vibrating, and we call it spirit, but I call it the frequency, I call it the quantum. You can call it whatever you want. Once again, it doesn't need your name that you give it. It's that feeling. It's that feeling that something powerful is happening, and we get to depend on it. Well, this week, I kept getting this powerful message, and it's very interesting because there's a part of me in this moment that wants to skirt around it because I want to please y'all instead of just letting your heart speak and letting that be whatever it is. And I know that you're all big boys and girls, and everybody put on those big boy and girl pants. They can handle anything, Reverend Dr. Patrick would say. But I'm not really happy about something. I'm going to tell you what I'm happy about first, because that's the way we do things in Science of Mind. I am so grateful for the freedom that I have. I am so grateful for the freedom that I choose. I am so grateful. I look back at my life and all the times that I was able to speak and say what I chose to be and do in my life. And though people said, I don't like what you're saying, they didn't stop me from saying it. And you know what I'm talking about. The choice, the absolute choice to be able to have freedom of speech, no matter what. No matter what. So my point here today isn't to get down on who's not doing their job. I have to do my job. I have to do my job. And this week I have to tell you, I've been really good lately, but I got a little bit scared. And this is why I was afraid. Because I don't know about you, but if you've been here long enough, you have heard these words out of my mouth saying that we are so powerful that I am God. I am the very essence of this power. I am God. Well, beautiful Angela puts on our little reels sometimes, and so that people can see them on Facebook and Instagram. And there was one of me. And it didn't start out with kind of getting to know me. It started out with this: I am God. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If I had been looking at that, I would have been saying, who is that crazy man on the reel? But that's how it started. And then I started to do the talk, right? I'm able to say that, my friends. I'm able to stand here, and that is taped and put all over wherever it goes. And there were times in my life, at least, in our time, and way before, I would be ripped off this stage and taken away for saying who I am in the mind of God. Good, call it whatever you want. Yeah, I am not mad, but I'm not kidding. This is an important time in my life that I get to declare and know who I am. I am not ready for any source to tell me I cannot speak, my mind. I'm not here promoting that I get to hurt anyone. But there's plenty of times that people don't like it. Now, on that particular, you're going to find this hard to believe, on that particular reel, on that particular video, I got a few comments. I bet you want to know what they said. It wasn't, what a good-looking minister he is. It was, run from him. He is a false prophet, and he will only lead you into the pits of hell. I'm paraphrasing. There was much more. And I had to just take it in for a moment. That was my freedom to speak, that was it not? And it did not hurt my feelings. As a matter of fact, I thought to myself, I have arrived. There are, because if you have time to condemn me, then you are listening a lot longer than you should have, probably. So I am grateful, but I don't know if I have been grateful for the things that I took for granted my whole life. Like I lived at home, I didn't have a lot of freedom of speech because Mama had the freedom of speech, and I followed that. But guess what? This is how I feel about it, why I'm not afraid. You take my speech away, but you cannot take away who I am. You cannot take away one thought. Try to take away my thought. So whatever it is here to tell everyone, yes, we are this power, and that's what we're here for. To say this is our power. We had the new thought, the transcendentalists. They were fierce. They were out there saying, this is what we got. We can't, that's not true. We're much more powerful than that. Let's speak it, let's speak it. And this is what they contended with, because I put in there, I put in a little bit of help to say, what was the new thought leaders doing about this I am God? How would it have been perceived? And it said, they continued to speak their truth despite opposition. Oh, that feels present. They insisted. This is what they said about God. God is within, not far away. Each person is free to think, choose, and speak their creative word. Healing and transformation are accessible without intermediaries. Ooh, that's the one that got him a little bit in trouble. Because they went, what does that mean? You don't need any help. It's because we are the direct connect. Does that mean that I am God over you? No. It means that we are the direct connect. And that's the beauty of quantum physics, is it's telling us, not only am I that, you are. We have never been apart. We have never been apart. And it's not just these people in this room, it's everywhere. Everywhere. And I just really sat with it and thought, what is going on here? And so we're talking not politics. You haven't heard me mention any names. Have you? But I'm going to tell you something else that came up. So I went into meditation, because that's where I go. I go, okay, let me get aligned again. And this is the very question that came to me, not from an outside anything. It said this. Where are you censoring yourself with your life? And I went, excuse me? I didn't quite hear that. And what it's saying is, where am I censoring myself and my life? It's like with peace. I'm so worried about everybody being at peace, and I'm still complaining my day away sometimes. Not every day. We can never, ever, in my opinion only, ever be free. We will never be free as long as there is no peace. The only peace only freedom we'll ever find is through peace. And so I'm sitting there thinking, wow. I was called a false prophet. I was ripped off the stage, and I was thinking, this is what Ernest Holmes came in. So what is that idea about censoring? I'm all over here. It's great. What is that saying that I censor myself? Even before I came up here, I was going, how can I say this? Because I don't really want to talk any kind of politics. I don't really want to do it. Those days are still here. I'm not here to talk about any particular, and if I do, then you've never watched TV and you've never done it, and let me tell you something, if you haven't, fabulous. But right now I will say that I feel very, very protective over my speech. Because if you can do it over there, you can do it right here. And I'm not out there to fight that. I'm out there to say, let me tell you, you cannot outdo Spirit. I'm not afraid. Because that power that is in each and every one of us is so powerful and so loving that we don't have to fear that. Now, we might have to do some work about it and do a little something here and there. But does that make sense? That all my life, all of our life, we have taken this beautiful thing, freedom of speech, for granted. We thought that it would last, and it's okay. I've had plenty of people want to take my speech away from me. I've had plenty of people. This is what I love about it, though. No one's saying that you have to like what I say. There's a comedian, I won't give his name, but he's a real shock value. And he's not for everybody, trust me. And I was so curious about him because he's very dry and he speaks these things that, that you would say, did he just say that? What the hell? Even me. And I'm like, but I wonder, so, and oh my God, the audiences, there's, thousands of people listening to this one man. And then the day came that he made a comment about 9/11 in his jokes. And he does stuff like that shocks you, and you go, oh. And I went, oh, that's a shame. I can't be with you anymore. Isn't that easier? Isn't that peaceful? Oh man, I'm not going to come up there and try to do anything to you. I was kind of following you. You made me curious. But now, click it off. If you don't like what somebody's saying, click it off. I've had people come in and say, we don't like what you do here, I'm leaving. And I said, well, thank you for at least giving it a try. I love you. I didn't say that to them, I said that to them. Because then they get all freaky. I'm leaving you. I love you. They go, I knew it. I knew you were a cult. I knew they were a cult. So in wrapping this, I just want to say something about peace too. I found this. The voice of Spirit is always free. And always what? Peaceful. When we align with that truth, our speech becomes liberation itself. That speech becomes liberation itself. Are you up for it? We're doing good, man. We are doing good. Give yourselves a round of applause here. And the only way to get through it is by loving yourself, right, Stream? Right, Bob? Right? So, put your hands on your heart for a moment. If you choose, we are all about choice. Ooh. And let's say to ourselves, I love myself. I love myself. Say it as though we're talking to that inner child that is so beautiful and so trusting. Ready? I love myself. I love myself. And so it is. Namaste. Okay, rewind. Let's start that again. No. And so it is.
All right.
Must I direct everything?
Okay, so this is our time of practicing the law of circulation and law of giving and receiving that helps this center to prosper and to grow and to sustain. So thank you for what you give today. It's really important, and we are totally and completely appreciative of everything, no matter how big, how small, it's all good. So thank you, thank you. And the Malama team will come forward. Thank you, Reverend Diane. And our Namaste Singers have a song for us, and here they go. And we can join in with them.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Thank you, everyone. We bless it, and we know that it grows and prospers all of us as we move through this thing called life, through this thing called abundance. Thank you, and so it is. So it is. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Namaste. You guys are doing great. Thank you, Karen.
I want to
Drucker,
give a
for her-
shout out about Namaste Singers. We have live music and we have music which you're working with today. And I'm going to let you know, I don't know how you're counting to know when to come back in at the end of the thing, but I'm going, it's okay if I got a guitar and I can stop. Da 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 da, bum bum bum. But if it keeps going, you guys have to be with it and count it. I'm going to say, whoa, that is.
Honey.
Even though behind them they're like.
It's called practice.
Well, it's kind of like our teaching. It's like our teaching. It's called practice. Keep practicing.
All right, so we have a few announcements. I think that's what we're up to now.
What's happening right after this?
All right, so right after this is happening Rap with the Revs. And we're going to do something really special today. We are going to walk a finger labyrinth together, and we are going to talk about our discoveries. It's going to be for peace. And then after we're done, we're actually going to have a little discussion about what we found out. But you'll find out more.
Have you been to Rev? If you haven't been with Rap with the Revs, we circle up and then we usually just have this conversation, and we still are, but we're going to do her, thank you for bringing that to us as well.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, so we'll learn more about it if you decide to stay for Rap with the Revs.
And it
It'll
usually
be a
lasts about
really-
45 hours.
Yeah, 45 minutes. Did you say 45 hours? No. You did,
I
didn't
meant
you?
45 an hour.
Okay, before I forget, I'm going to have Reverend Diane come up now, because I'll forget. She has something special to tell us.
Do you guys remember the black trash can back there that was overflowing a couple weeks ago? 108 pounds of food is what our last donation to the food bank was. And I just want to thank you for participating in that. We definitely make a difference in the lives of those we serve. When I was there, I met a man someone had donated like those bowls of ramen that they sell at Costco. And he told me that he eats half of one of those every day. And it really touched my heart that there are those who have 1 cup of ramen a day to eat because it's given. So you and I probably know, I know, that it takes more than that to thrive. And our intention in supporting the Independent Food Bank of Kauai is that those who have less than we do may thrive. And so I want to thank you for your generous donations. You made a difference in that man's life that day. And we make a difference in a lot of people's lives by what we give.
Yes.
Along those same lines, in October, we'll be getting out the Toys for Tots bins. This year, I would like to make 2 deliveries of toys to Toys for Tots. Are you in on that? Last year, we didn't get the bins from them until November-ish. And by then, we were only able to fill it once. So this year, we kept the bins so we can put them out when we want. So we're going to put them out in October. Let's fill them at least twice this year so that we can make some kids' lives better come the holidays, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your generous nature. I appreciate your giving, and I'm happy to facilitate these 2 programs. If you have any questions about what to give or how to give, please see me or my wife, Sue, after service, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Reverend Diane.
Can you even believe we're talking about Christmas?
Woo!
What happened?
Thank you. And I love the fact that we're doing the food drive all year long, because sometimes it's just like at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. But we do it all day long. So Namaste Singers, you're rehearsing this week? Yes. They're rehearsing at 6 o'clock. They're getting ready for the telethon and for Christmas.
And this Friday,
Friday,
at
okay,
6 p.m.,
would you believe we're coming to the end of September? That's the other thing. So
we decided to lighten it up a bit. Let's just have some fun, have some popcorn, and watch the flawless production of Moonstruck. And what does that have to do with spirituality? Pretty much everything. Just because you laugh doesn't mean it's not spiritual. That is the best medicine. So we decided to bring it on, and Rita and I were saying, well, maybe that's not the best. And I'm thinking, if no one comes, I will miss you. But I'll be watching that movie again for the 20th time.
I always have to watch it once
and there
a year.
are young people, last week I think it was, they were in class, they said, oh, I've never heard of that movie.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, if you have it, oh, you're in for a treat.
Anyway, so that's going to be Friday at 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
And then look who's back in town.
Stream
is
Stream
back in town. Back on Island Town. Yeah. All right, come and talk about it for a minute.
No.
Oh, that's the dance? Okay.
All wars will end by the time that is over. Well,
all right, I love it.
Well, let's publicize that, shall we?
Yeah, let's see. That's going to be next Sunday at 4 p.m.
3:45.
3:45, excuse me. And then that's it for this month. Then starting in October, there's a day of cleaning or caring for the center. That's on October 2nd. And then our Sacred Journey, which it's still not filled, guys, but that's okay. We're going with what we have.
We are going
But we still
full.
have these spots. We're going full out with what we have. And it's October 17th through the 24th. If there's anybody online watching that thinks they might want to come and join us, call us, talk to us, call Angela in the office, and find out what it's about.
Yes.
So our telethon.
And it's very intimate this year.
Our telethon is coming in November. We are looking for volunteers to help with that.
Volunteers, there's a sign up back there. And then also, if you have any interest in doing some kind of a performance or something like of that nature, or you know people who do, let us know. Put your name down there, and we'll check it out. And if it fits in with the telethon, then we will see how it is. We're really looking for pretty much, you know, just everyone, singers. I'd love to have another comedian besides myself be there.
All right, and our theme for the telethon is opening new doors.
Opening new
Yay.
doors.
All right, and don't forget the magnificent hotline. Anytime you feel a little droop, just call the hotline and we'll remind you of who you are.
And there's cards on Angela's desk as you walk out, and you'll get a little message. It doesn't cost anything. You just call it up. You're kind of in a funk and you want to remember who you are. And then you got these voices telling you, you are magnificent. And
Right.
so, yes, get a card.
Without further ado, they're getting ready up there.
They're
We do
ready.
have a couple of practitioners today, I believe. Reverend Diane, and Reverend Dr. Walt will be serving if something's come up for you and you would like a spiritual mind treatment. They will be happy to serve you, and they'll be up here right after service.
And it'll be
So-
about 10 minutes before we start the circle. We hope you can join us.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Put our energy together. Okay, so let's just take a deep breath. Enjoy the space you've created for yourself within the service, and know that we can take this with us into the world and live in peace and joy and love and the power of Namaste. So I am so grateful, as I just affirmed, and so it is.
And so it is.
Take it away, girls and and Louise.
Luis and
Girls and Louise.
Okay, this is the one that you have to, if you choose, it's always about choice, I cannot demand. If you feel like moving your body, getting up, then
Excuse me, Patrick, are you singing this song?
no, but I'm just prepping you. I saw how they were on the last one, so I got to get these
This
people
song
going.
is a
I
call
got to get
and
these people going.
response. We'd appreciate you singing along, and if you'd like to get up and dance, stream will lead the congregation in the conga line. Namaste.
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 Oh, namaste.
Oh, namaste.
The light in me
The light in me
sees the light in you.
sees the light in you.
The joy in me
The joy in me
celebrates you.
celebrates you.
Said namaste.
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 Oh, namaste.
Oh, namaste.
The truth in me
The truth in me
sees the truth in you.
sees the truth in you.
My spirit now
My spirit now
celebrates you.
celebrates you.
Said namaste.
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 Oh, namaste.
Oh, namaste.
The love in me
The love in me
sees the love in you.
sees the love in you.
My soul on high
My soul on high
celebrates you.
celebrates you.
We're in the home stretch now. Namaste.
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 Oh, namaste.
Oh, namaste.
Said namaste.